So yesterday we talked about why file handling is required. Okay. So file handling is what? To store to store the data permanently on your secondary storage for future reference. Okay. So we can store our data in files, then maybe as per requirement, we can read that data, we can update that data, we can write few more things into it. So all these operations are possible with, on this file through your program, and that concept is nothing but that concept is called as file handling. Okay, so yesterday I explained you this diagram, then how it is happening through stream classes. What is the hierarchy of stream classes? So we have seen that ifstream, ofstream. This is related to your, it is connected to your keyboard, and this is with your screen. Okay. And if, of, and fstream classes are used for file handling mainly. Okay. But one important difference between these two is here scene and cout objects are readily available. These are predefined. Whereas for file handling, we need to create object on our own. Okay. So let us now discuss how to create objects of our own for file handling. So suppose, as I told you, like we can perform different operations on the file. We may perform write operation or we may perform read operation on the file. So accordingly, we can use either ofstream object or ifstream object. Okay. So if it is used only for input purpose, then I can create the object of the ifstream. If it is used for the output purpose, then I can create object of ofstream. And if that file is used in same program, it is used as input as well as for outputting or to write the data on, in that file. So if it is used as input as well as output device, in that case, we can create fstream object. Okay, so it is based on the requirement, what operation you want to perform. So accordingly, either you can create object of this or maybe this. Okay, how, that part we'll discuss now. So here ofstream, like this class I have considered ofstream, and this is the name of that object. Fout is the name of the object that I have given. Okay, and in this parenthesis I have mentioned the name of that file, actual name of the file. Okay, so results is the name of that file which is stored in the same location. Okay, current location where your C++ program is there. So this file I want to open in which mode, which operation I want to perform on this particular file, output operation. That is, I want to write something into that file. Okay, output is nothing but your program is sending the data to that file. Like on screen, you output the result, okay, or you display the result. So that is output operation. So similarly, that result or that data you can write on the file. Okay, so at that moment in time, your file will be working as a output device. Okay, when you are writing, your program is writing something into that file, at that moment in time, that file will be working as a output device. Okay, now similarly, you can create ifstream object also. Okay, ifstream object is what? If you want to read something from the file. Okay, so that file to be treated as an input device. So in that case, you can create ifstream object. Okay, ifstream object. So open that file. Okay, this is the name of that file. So two ways are there. This is one method wherein what I've done, this is the class name. ofstream is a class name. This is the object name that I've given. And this is what the file name, which I want to open in output mode. This is one format. Okay, on single line, everything I mentioned. Okay, so here whenever we are passing the input argument at the time of object creation, then it is called as constructor call. We know that, like when we create the object, okay, for any class, whenever we are creating the object, and at the on the same line, if I am passing the input argument, then it is a constructor call. Okay, so this is a constructor call. Now one more method is there, one more way is there to open that file. This is one method we have seen with the help of constructor call. Another method is what? First you declare that object. Like here I have created object of the ifstream class. Okay, so first I'll create this object. Okay, and then later whenever I want, I can open that file. Okay, with the help of open method or function, I can open that file. So this function to be called on the object of this stream class. Okay, this is the object name. fin is the object name. So like cin we use, so here I thought I will take fin so that you can relate the concept. This is like cout. Okay, so that's the reason I've given the related names to those objects. You can give any name as such. Okay, but just initially you should be able to relate, and that's the reason some similar concept I have used while naming them. So fin dot open and whichever file you want to open. So these two ways are there. Either you can go with a constructor call, on the same line you create object and pass the file name, or you may go for what this way wherein we create the object and later on that object we can call the method. Here we are calling the method which is there in this ifstream class. So this method is called, and to this method I need to pass the name of the file which I want to open. Okay. Now if either I can use ofstream, ifstream. Okay. This is for inputting, this is for outputting, and if I want to perform both the operation, input and output, in that case I can create the object of fstream. How? This is how. Fstream, this is the name given to that object, f object. So f object dot open, this is what the file name. Okay, this is the file name. You may give the extension. If extension is not given, by default whichever file is available with that name, that will be considered. Okay, if you want you can explicitly mention the extension also. Okay, now along with this, now see here it is very clear that we are performing output operation. Here it is very clear that we are inputting the data from that file. Okay, but here we need to explicitly mention in which mode we are opening it. Okay, so that's the reason this is the mode in which we want to open it. So we want to perform in as well as out operation on this file. Okay, that is reading as well as writing operation, both the operation we want to perform. So that's the reason this predefined flags we are using here, in and out, both the modes. Okay, separated by this operator, we can mention in which mode you want to open. Okay, so all these things you need to mention with this scope resolution. Okay, so iOS is again the base class here. Okay, iOS is the base class, and from that base class we are using this in and out variables, flags which are already available here in iOS. Okay, so which are called as the file opening mode. These are the file opening mode. So there are different possibilities in which this file can be opened as per our requirement. We'll discuss all those mode, but these two input to be given. First input is what? The file name, and this is what this is the operations that we want to perform on that file, whether I want to perform reading operation, writing operation, and both. So here I want to perform both the operations, so I'll mention in as well as out. Okay, so on this object I'll be able to perform both the operation. Whereas in this case, second parameter is not required, because that class name itself is suggesting you that you are performing output operation, because exclusively you are creating the object of that ofstream. Likewise here also, it is this ifstream is for inputting purpose only. Okay, it is clear to a compiler that ifstream object is only for inputting purpose. So that's the reason second parameter is not required here. It is very clear to a compiler that you created the object of ifstream, so you are going to perform in operation on that. Okay, so that's the reason here second parameter is not required, whereas here second input parameter is required. What all operations you want to perform separated by this operator, you can have multi other flags also here, or other modes also here. Okay, which are those that we discuss now. So this is the syntax. Okay, the last, like these are the actual examples, and this is the syntax. F object dot open, first one should be the file name and second one should be the mode. Okay, so mode has to be mentioned along with the file name for this open operation or function. Okay, now which are the possible modes here? Okay, which are the possible modes? So all those modes are listed over here. So first one is like append, then go to the end of the file on opening. Okay, see in this both of these what you say operations, append and ATE operations, we are performing append only. Okay, but in case of ATE we can perform some updation, we can update the records also in between. Okay, so that small difference is there. The next mode is what? Binary mode. Okay, so binary mode is what? In binary mode, what will happen? That that file will be open in a binary mode. Like binary, मतलब वहाँ पे क्या input जाएगा? Zeros and ones. Okay, so like the way it gets stored in the memory actually after conversion, so in a similar manner it gets stored. ओके तो अगर आपको बाइनरी मोड में स्टोर करना है इन टर्म्स ऑफ जीरोस एंड वंस, ताकि सपोज वो फाइल ओपन करने के बाद वो यूजर को कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आना चाहिए, लाइक कोडेड फॉर्मेट में. Okay, so in that case you can open that file in binary mode and write that information, and whenever that user will open that file on his machine, he'll not be able to read it. वो रीड नहीं कर पाएगा. वो रीड कैसे कर पाएगा? थ्रू योर प्रोग्राम ओनली. योर प्रोग्राम कैन अगेन ओपन दैट फाइल एंड read those contents. So likewise, that is the only way to read that particular file. Then also just a moment. The next is in and out. Already we have discussed this part, right? The next is in and out, and then no create, no replace and truncate. Okay, so no create is what? Open fails if the file does not exist. Okay, तो अगर उस current folder में file is not there already, it is not created, then open fails automatically. मतलब open will not that open command which you have given here, fobject.open, this command will not work if that file is not existing already in the folder. Okay, no replace is what? Open fails if the file already exists. So these are the different situations which we may need. मतलब अगर हम ऐसे चाहते हैं कि open fails if the file does not exist, अगर वो फाइल नहीं है तो ओपन करना ही नहीं है. Otherwise, what will happen when you open directly that file in or out mode? What will happen if that file does not exist in the current folder? That file is automatically created. Okay, that file is automatically created, and then you can perform in or out operation. In matlab reading operation, out is writing operation. So you, if it does not exist automatically, matlab aapne ye command di, for example, I have given this command. So here, say for example, if this file is not this example.bin is not existing. Okay, so in that case, what will happen? It will create this open instruction, will create this particular file in that current folder, and whatever operations you are performing on that data will get returned here. Okay, and if you mention this no create along with this, है ना, आपने ये mode यहाँ पे लिखा है ना, तो यहाँ पे no create अगर आपने दिया है, so how it is interpreted? That open function, this open function will fail if that file does not exist. अगर वो फाइल ऑलरेडी क्रिएटेड नहीं है, यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी नहीं है उस फोल्डर में, तो ये ओपन होगा ही नहीं. दिस इंस्ट्रक्शन इटसेल्फ विल फेल एंड यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू परफॉर्म इन रीड राइट ऑपरेशन. तो अगर आपका ऐसा कंस्ट्रेंट है कि अगर वो फाइल एग्जिस्ट नहीं है, तो डू नॉट राइट एनीथिंग ऑन दैट फाइल, डू नॉट रीड एनीथिंग. ओके, तो इन दैट केस यू कैन यूज नो क्रिएट इंस्ट्रक्शन और नो क्रिएट फ्लैग ओवर हियर. Okay, otherwise simply हम क्या करते हैं कि we mention that file, and if this file is not available in that folder, तो compiler will automatically create. If does not exist, then it automatically creates it, and you can perform read write operation. That is the default thing. अगर आप ये नहीं चाहते हो कि अगर ये नहीं है तो create नहीं करना है, so in that case you can mention this no create. So likewise, based on your requirement, you can mention any of these modes. Okay. Truncate is delete the contents of the file if it already exists. अगर already है, आपको overwrite करना है उस फाइल को, तो in that case you can mention as truncate. So these are the different file opening modes. Okay, just before this, So now one by one we'll try to understand different modes also. Okay, when we can practice, once you will understand this concept, you also can practice various modes also. So here first thing is that I mentioned .h, it is not required, like, but you need to include fstream. Until now, which file we have included? iostream only, because we were performing input and output operation only with keyboard and screen. Now we want to perform input and output operation with file also. So we need to include this fstream. Okay, we do not mention .h nowadays, so only say fstream. Okay. Then in main program, I'm creating the object of ofstream. Okay, so this object I'm creating. Okay, and then on this object I say open out.txt. Okay, so open out.txt is what? This is the file name, which will be, if it already exists, अगर उस folder में already ये present है ये file, तो वो file open करेगा. अगर वो file नहीं है, तो it will create it. If it does not exist, the compiler will create it, it will open it, and then whatever thing you want to write in that particular file, that those things you can write with the help of this object. अब इसमें हमें कौन सा ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करना है? आउटपुट ऑपरेशन. आउटपुट मतलब द प्रोग्राम विल गिव द आउटपुट टू दिस फाइल. Okay, or the program will write something into this file. Okay, output operation is nothing but writing on that particular device, right ना? Like screen पे भी आप क्या करते हो? Screen पे output दिखाते हो, मतलब screen पे you write the data, right ना? So likewise here we want to perform write operation. Okay, so this f out we have opened with this object. We have opened this out.txt file, and then some string I have initialized. Okay, and this, suppose hello world I want to write in that file, so some string I have taken here, and then I'm saying f out, and the insertion operator I'm using here, the way I do it for cout, in a similar manner. See, with cout also we write the data in the similar manner, and with this insertion operator. So instead of cout, now I'll use the fout object of type ofstream. So fout, and then whatever data you want to put, you can separate it using this insertion operator. Okay, so this data will be inserted in this particular file. इस file में चला जाएगा ये data. Okay, and then once this hello world is written in this file, now will it display it on the screen? ये
No.
no, है ना? We haven't said cout, we said f out. तो f out से कहाँ पे जाएगा? फाइल में जाएगा. cout पे, आपके स्क्रीन पे नहीं आएगा ये. Can you make a combination also? Possible है. You can say
Yes,
f
ma'am.
out, yes, f out str as well as cout str, दोनों जगह पे जाएगा. f out से वो फाइल में जाएगा, cout से वो स्क्रीन पे भी जाएगा. Okay, so at one moment in time you can use multiple output devices, that is possible. आप फाइल में भी डालो डेटा, स्क्रीन पे भी डिस्प्ले करो. And then finally, most important thing is you need to close that file. After using, you need to close that file. तो f out जो object है, उस पे आपको, जैसे आपने open को call किया है, similarly you need to call close method. Now you need not mention the file name, because file name already you mention in the open. अब जो भी ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म होगा f out पे, तो ये किस में जाएगा? out.txt, because f out object you linked with this file. अब इसके बाद जो भी ऑपरेशन होगा f out के साथ, तो वो सारा ऑपरेशन किस में होगा? एक्चुअली out.txt पे होगा. Clear to everyone? Yes. So first create the object of the stream class, then perform open that file, perform in or out operation, whatever you want to perform, and then finally close it. Okay, so we'll try to run one program so that you will get a complete understanding of it. Some simple program I'll try to this is with object. This is also simple program. Yes, all these things are not required here. Is anything? What is the difference between the first two? मोड्स, फर्स्ट मोड्स कौन सा है? जस्ट अ मोमेंट, फर्स्ट टू मोड्स. Okay, APP and ATE, na? See, APP is append operation. Okay, actually both are append operation only, but one small difference is there as such. Ki ATE is like you can perform some write operation or update operation in between also. Like append is directly it will drag your pointer to the end. Okay, but in AT what will happen? It will allow us to add or modify the existing data also. Okay, APP is what already file. Suppose आपने एक फाइल में 10 लाइन लिख के रखे हैं already. Okay, APP is 10 लाइन लिख के रखे हैं and you want to add some 11th line. Okay, so in that case we will open in APP mode. AT is similar to this append only. It will add at the end, but it also gives you a flexibility to modify the data in between or add some data in between also. You can make the pointers move here and there and you can modify the data in between also. तो एक थोड़ा small difference है actually कि यहाँ पे थोड़ा modification in between modification कहीं पे बीच में आपको modification करना है तो that is also allowed here. Okay. So we were finding some example, na? We'll run this program. I'll give fixed name some 20 or something like that. Is it correct now? All these instructions? Yes. Okay. Let us execute it first. Enter name. See how it works first. Okay, then I'll explain you the code. So enter name, enter ID. Suppose 1000 is the ID. Enter cost. Cost क्या है? 50,000 say for example. So file contents are name is this, ID is this, and cost is this. So it is displayed on the screen. And if you observe here, this product.txt, the name which I have given is created now here. Okay. So when you will execute this program on your drive, okay, C or D drive, wherever. So in that particular current folder, it will create this file. If it does not exist already, it will create this file. Okay, whatever file you have mentioned here, it creates it. Okay, so what data is written here? Let us open this file and understand. Like whatever data I am taking from user name, ID, and cost. So all these things I have written in this file. So now this file is permanently available on my C or D drive. Wherever I am executing this program, it will create that file in that current folder. So this file is permanently available. Though this program, now see that program execution is over. Already you come out of the program execution, but still this file is available in the current directory. आप यहाँ से उसको copy paste करके किसी और folder में रख सकते हो. You can perform anything here on this particular file. It is permanently available on your drive. तो now you'll be able to understand कि कल जो मैं example दे रही थी आपको कि 1000 employees है, आपने वो सारा data लेके रखा है यहाँ पे. Yes, so for that those 1000 employees you can put that data here in this file. और एक बार आपका डेटा इस फाइल में चला गया तो लेटर ऑन यू कैन रेफर दिस फाइल, यू कैन एट एनी मोमेंट इन टाइम यू कैन ओपन दिस फाइल, आप रेफर कर सकते हो डायरेक्टली थ्रू प्रोग्राम. यू कैन रीड, यू कैन डायरेक्टली रीड ऑल्सो. आप डायरेक्ट भी रीड कर सकते हो या आपके प्रोग्राम के थ्रू भी इसको रीड कर सकते हो. okay, all these contents. Okay, so this is the significance of file handling कि आपके पास एक permanent वो file available हो जाएगी. Okay, now how to take this data and how to put it in the file, so that part I'll explain here. I have now first I want to perform write operation. अब ये फाइल मेरे पास है ही नहीं ना, तो अगर नहीं है तो फर्स्ट आई नीड टू परफॉर्म राइट ऑपरेशन, उसमें कुछ तो लिखना पड़ेगा, देन ओनली आई बी एबल टू रीड इट ना. सो फर्स्ट आई ओपन इट विथ ofstream ऑब्जेक्ट, क्योंकि मुझे राइट ऑपरेशन करना है उस पे, है ना. तो आई ओपन इट विथ ofstream and give any name, relevant name to that file. Okay, then this is normal variable declaration. Now one by one I am taking this data. अब ये combination में चल रहा है. This cout मतलब आपके screen पे ये message आ रहा है ना, enter name. So this message is given. scene name मतलब आपके कीबोर्ड से वो डेटा whatever here I've entered AA, so that data will be scanned here, okay, through keyboard. वो नेम में है. नाउ दिस नेम आई विल से एफ आउट नेम. एफ आउट मतलब परफॉर्म राइट ऑपरेशन ऑन फाइल. फाइल में लिखना है आपको, आउटपुट ऑपरेशन इज राइट ऑपरेशन. तो फाइल पे आपको क्या लिख रहे हो आप, यू आर राइटिंग द नेम विच यू हैव एक्सेप्टेड फ्रॉम द यूजर. आपने यूजर से जो इनपुट लिया था सेम नेम यू आर राइटिंग इन दैट पर्टिकुलर फाइल. एंड एट द एंड, लाइक आप जब स्क्रीन पे भी डिस्प्ले करते हो तो आप क्या करते हो, एंडल डालते हो. तो मुझे यहाँ पे भी कैसे डेटा चाहिए, सपोज कि नेम के बाद एक न्यू लाइन कैरेक्टर चाहिए, तो नेक्स्ट लाइन पे आईडी आना चाहिए. अदरवाइज व्हाट विल हैपन हियर, ओनली इट विल विदाउट स्पेस ये सारे एक के बाद एक ऐड होते जाएंगे. सो इफ आई वांट न्यू लाइन कैरेक्टर देयर, सो लाइक सी आउट ऑल्सो भी मेंशन. सो सिमिलरली एफ आउट के साथ भी आप ये एंडल डाल सकते हो, ताकि नेक्स्ट डेटा जो जाएगा वो नेक्स्ट लाइन पे ऐड हो जाएगा उस फाइल में, है ना. So through fout object you can control all the IO operations of product.txt. Okay, तो इनपुट आप ले रहे हो यूजर से और वो सारा फाइल में डाल रहे हो. So it is very simple, similar to your cout only I am using it, है ना. बट fout के साथ क्या होगा, वो स्क्रीन पे नहीं जाएगा, ये फाइल में जाएगा. Okay, so similarly enter id, I accept the id and with the help of fout I say fout id and endl. तो id भी आपका फाइल में चला गया, उसके बाद एक न्यू लाइन आ गया. Similarly cost also I am doing the same thing. और सब ऑपरेशन होने के बाद what I am doing is I close that file. I close that file. Okay, this is very important step. वो फाइल को ओपन नहीं रखना है, otherwise anything may happen. Anybody can put any data or anything like malfunctioning may happen with that file. So after using you need to close that file. Okay, अब आपका राइट ऑपरेशन हो गया. नाउ यू मे रीड द कंटेंट्स. अब कुछ तो कंटेंट्स है ना प्रोडक्ट में, आपने लिख के रखे हैं, तो नाउ यू कैन रीड द कंटेंट्स. ओके, सो नाउ आफ्टर क्लोजिंग दैट फाइल, नाउ आई ओपन दैट फाइल इन रीड मोड. रीड मतलब मुझे इनपुट लेना है. रीड मतलब क्या है, वहां से इनपुट लेना है, तो ifstream ऑब्जेक्ट टू बी यूज फॉर दैट. ओके, रीडिंग ऑपरेशन हमें करना है, तो दैट इज ifstream. सो क्रिएटेड एंड ओपन द सेम फाइल. मैंने उसी फाइल को फिर से ओपन किया है, लेकिन कौन से मोड में ओपन किया है, इनपुट मोड में. ओके, एंड नाउ टू टेक द इनपुट, लाइक सीन से आप कीबोर्ड से इनपुट लेते हो, वैसे fn से आपने क्या किया है, फाइल से इनपुट लिया है. सो सिमिलरली जो आप ऑपरेटर यूज कर रहे थे, एक्सट्रैक्शन ऑपरेटर, सेम ऑपरेटर टू बी यूज्ड हियर. एकदम एग्जैक्ट आपके सीन जैसे सिंटैक्स है वो, लेकिन अभी कीबोर्ड से नहीं लेगा, फाइल से लेगा. ओके, सो ऑल थ्री थिंग्स वी आर टेकिंग फ्रॉम द फाइल. Okay, and then after taking it I am displaying it on the screen. तो यहाँ पे हम फाइल से इनपुट ले रहे हैं और डिस्प्ले स्क्रीन पे कर रहे हैं. और पहली स्टेप हमने क्या की थी, इनपुट हमने कीबोर्ड से लिया था, टेक द इनपुट फ्रॉम द कीबोर्ड एंड पुट इट इन द फाइल. पहले तो इनपुट लेके हमने कुछ तो फाइल में डाल के रखा है, देन क्लोज इट, एंड देन अब फाइल से रीड करके स्क्रीन पे आउटपुट. So this is the next output that we are displaying on the screen. We are reading the contents and displaying it on the screen. Okay, so is it clear to everyone? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Yes.
hope with the example it is very clear है ना. ये permanent आपके पास storage हो गया, and like this any data ना, any data you can read and write, and it is very similar to your scene and cout only, and that's the reason I am using the similar name nomenclature. इसलिए आप कुछ भी नाम दे सकते हो, बट आई एम यूजिंग द सिमिलर नॉमेनक्लेचर सो दैट यू कैन रिलेट. सी आउट जैसे इस एफ आउट को यूज करना है आउटपुटिंग के लिए. यस, एंड एफ इन फॉर इनपुटिंग टू रीड द थिंग्स फ्रॉम द फाइल. ओके, सो नाउ आई होप दिस इज वेरी क्लियर टू एवरीवन. यस, एनी डाउट इन दिस?
No.
Okay. The time, lecture timing is over. So thank you everyone for attending the class.